Hey everybody, welcome back to the Injustice comic book series review, and this time we are doing year 2, issue number 6, and I am Cyborg, and I'm joined as always by...
Not doing it.
Temporary username.
Damn it.
Exactly. So welcome back everyone, and we are continuing along this series, so we'll jump right into it right here, guys. And let me pull up my notes here, so we're good to go. Alright, so if you haven't already, check out the previous episodes. We've done several already, and we have several more to go, so definitely check those out and get caught up to date on what's going on storyline wise, what's going on with the characters, so that way you don't get spoiled. So definitely don't start with this issue, start back with the previous one, start at the beginning is what I'd recommend, and build all the way up to here, and we'll see you back then. So we'll see you when you're done doing that. All right, okay, now that you're back and you're done, let's continue. Are you ready?
Are you talking to me or are you talking to them? Talking to both?
Both.
Yep.
I think you knew that. I think you knew both. Okay.
I had a suspicion.
So I didn't really write too many notes on this particular this issue, I should say. But what I do have here in my notes is we're starting off with Hal and John Stewart flying towards Earth, still trying to warn Superman, or obviously at this point it's too late to warn Superman, but they're at least going to try and hopefully put things to rest and settle things peacefully before anybody gets hurt. Right after saying that, they see a ring go flying by, and it's flying right past them, and it says ring status report Green Lantern 1014 deceased. And then John says 1014. Come on, don't you know all the lantern numbers? Come on, John. Get with the program, my man. And
Yeah.
Hal counters back saying it is Chip. And then John appropriately says, my God.
Yeah, that. It's a good panel, but man, that's the worst part is that out of the two, only John is surprised. Like Hal Jordan's just like it's like another death to him. Like he's getting used to this now.
Yeah. Getting a little desensitized at that point. He doesn't what's going on with him. But yeah, then we take up with the Lanterns fighting Superman, of course, and Sinestro. All of a sudden, here comes the entire Yellow Lantern Corps.
And what a great panel. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I love this panel.
Yeah, so you got Arkillo, you got Lysidrak there in the back, and all the other Yellow Lanterns going on. And Hal shows up, saying, what's going on? What's going on, guys? Surprised by Sinestro's involvement, surprised by the Yellow Lantern Corps' involvement, he asks everybody to stand down, and we kind of leave off with there. We head on over to Gotham City. We see a couple walking in at night after the curfew, and one of the marching soldiers breaks a guy's arm and says, look, you're past curfew. Get into bed, you old scamp you. What are you doing out here? Dennis the Menace. And they just tell him he needs to go return. All of a sudden, Harvey Bullock's like, yo, hey, what are you doing? Hey, forget about it. I don't know where I'm going with that. Either way, his first look, though, he's just got his like chin up. He's like, hey, what, we got a problem here? We got a problem here right now? We're gonna have
You
to...
know, it is weird. Yeah, this was because I thought it was going to be like another superhero in disguise. But I'm like, oh, it's
No, it's just Harvey Bullock, the Commissioner Gordon's like right-hand man, so to speak. Anyways, he gets thrown through a window by the marching soldier and almost killed. He's just beaten, even though he shows his badge. So there's that going on. And so we wake up with him in the hospital, and Commissioner Gordon comes in, gets him, and then takes him to little team that they're getting together. So we pick up with that later, but then we flash back to the Green Lantern, Yellow Lantern standoff with Superman there in the middle and all that good stuff, you could say.
Yeah.
It's not fun. It's just good. And anyways, eventually Kilowog essentially says we'll yield because we realize we're outnumbered here. We don't want any more deaths and we're pretty much screwed, is what he's saying. So we concede, just let us gather our wounded, our dead Chip, and let's just head on back to Oa. So everything's cool, guys. But not so fast, my friend, says the Yellow Lanterns. We need to stop them. We need to exterminate them because if we let them go, they're just going to go tell the Guardians, and then we have that going on for us. So Sinestro's campaigning to exterminate, and that's where we kind of leave off that chapter of the issue. So then we head on to the next chapter of said issue, and that's when we have they pick it right back up with Hal is essentially saying we're not going to do that. We're not going to exterminate anybody. So he talks him down. Superman is kind of on the same page that they're not going to exterminate anybody, that they'll just hold people basically in a prison camp, in a prison, in an internment camp is essentially what they're going for. So there's that good stuff. And yeah, so we kind of lead in that direction. Kilowog's being essentially suffocated by Arkillo. Arkillo wants Kilowog to fight back, so that way they have more reason to kill him. But Kilowog concedes. He takes off the ring, and he gives up, so that way nobody else has to die. And it looks like the other Lanterns will probably follow suit. And essentially Superman orders the rest of the Yellow Lantern Corps to leave Earth, but Sinestro must stay, which takes Hal by surprise because he's just now realizing what's really going on here. And yeah, so kind of leave off with that, and they're going to figure it out from there. They might have to have like some coffee and talk it out.
I'd like to see that. Like that would be great. Like I love seeing Sinestro and Hal Jordan together. They are fantastic.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting, and yeah, we'll see how that all goes. But then we take it up with back at Gordon, and we have a funny moment here, actually, because Gordon's talking to a bunch of people in like this kind of safe house somewhere, and they're all laying low, and him and Birds of Prey, as well as Bullock, they're all standing there trying to explain what's going on. You know, they need to kind of take back their city. Gotham, take back your city. Now I need to get the glass again.
Is that how you do it? I didn't know
Gotham, it's time to take back your city.
Anyways. So he does that. He does his old campaigning there, and they start kind of saying, no, you know, you want us to retire? You want us to quit? You want us to throw our badges away? And he says yes, because they're not really necessary anymore. What we have now are these pills. And he gives an example of what the pills can do. He takes the pill. Bullock takes out his gun and just point blank shoots Commissioner in the head from the side and kills him. Like, Commissioner Gordon just died because it's later revealed that Catwoman, that sneaky cat woman, switched out with a placebo. It was just a Tic Tac. It was just a cinnamon flavored Tic Tac. Oh my god, this comic took a dark turn.
You know, that would not have been the worst thing. It looks like a cinnamon Tic Tac. Like a slightly bigger one. Kind of like a hot tamale.
It was a hot tamale. But yes, okay. Obviously that doesn't happen. He took the pill. Bullock really does, though, shoot him point blank in the side of the head. So that I did not make up. Which is very odd that would be their example. What if it didn't take effect yet? Like, they must have done some rigorous, I can't say, rigorous. I think I'm getting it. Rigorous we'll just say extensive. I'm sure they've done extensive testing. I would hope so by this point, where they feel so confident that they can just 2 seconds after swallowing that pill, he can just unload a bullet right into his head, and he'll be okay. Like there's
they
no
could have
like,
shot a leg, and they could have communicated the exact same message.
yeah,
like,
I know. I mean, it's really you're gonna go big or go home to prove that message, I guess. But I mean, I'm just glad they're like there's no 15-30 minutes to an hour to take effect like a Tylenol or anything. It's amazing what those pills can do.
Oh man, I would have laughed so hard if he blew his brains out. Though I would have been on the ground laughing.
You see the brain splatter and everything go out the other side of his head, and his body just slowly falls over.
It was like a shock crowd that has no idea why that just happened. No context. I don't know. It makes me laugh to think of Commissioner Gordon being like, "And here's how we're going to take him down."
I know the lead up. Oh man, I gotta read it word for word here. Hold on. Let's see. Let me get back to it. Okay. Let's see where it is here. Okay. He says, "Our city is at war. The birds of prey have started a resistance, but they can't stand to do it alone. They need soldiers. If you agree to join the resistance, this will be your new badge." "What is it?" And he says this, and holds the pill in between his fingers. He places it in his mouth. Without saying anything further, Harvey Bullock's already got his gun pointed at his head. This guy wasted no time. Like he didn't even like it didn't see him. You don't see him draw it out from like his holster just then. It's already pointed at his head by the time he's got this pill in his mouth. He doesn't even know if he swallowed it at this point. He really doesn't know. He could just be just waiting. Maybe he needs a glass of water first. We don't really know. He doesn't ask.
It's not
him.
chewable. He still has a fully solid pill inside his
Without any water. He just takes this pure saliva. Like, that could take some time. It could get caught in his throat. There's a million things that could go wrong in this scenario. And Harvey Bullock just unloads it from 2 feet away or less. And everyone is stunned. For good reason, because this was the stupidest
his brains
thing.
are all over the floor.
I know. The people in the front, the guy with the tie and the girl with their mouth open, they're in the splash zone. I mean, they're getting spaghetti in their mouth.
They're in the Gallagher area.
But yes, so there's a lot of things that could have gone wrong there. Like I said, what if he went to go swallow it, but he had a gag reflex and he wasn't there's just so many things that could have.
There should have been like a signal, like raise your hand when it's time to
Oklahoma. Oklahoma's the safe word if it doesn't go down my throat. Anyways, so that happens, and yes, of course, the bullet bounces off his head, right back into Bullock's head, which he hasn't taken the. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, it bounces down, tink off the ground, and he says, "This is the game changer," and that's where we leave off. So yes, here we are. It was a fun episode or issue.
Well, it explains a lot. It explains why there's no yellow cores or Sinestro cores at all beyond Sinestro in the actual game of Injustice. So it definitely does shed a lot of light. Yeah. Just a really sad panel when Kilowog is like, "We yield, we're done, let us take our wounded," and then it goes to the next panel, "and are dead."
Yeah, and just Chip's laying there dead.
That's so sad.
Roadkill.
I mean, just like women, children, animals. I don't like seeing those things get hurt, so ugh.
Yeah, and like Chip's like 2 out of the 3 of those. He's like a child squirrel. He's not a child. He's actually a full-grown man squirrel. But I think in the comics, his wife leaves him or something. I don't know. It's depressing.
Oh,
the poor guy just can't catch a break, and then he dies. I don't know. Things happen.
And it's worse because he's the only one who died.
I know, the poor guy. It's like somebody dying, and then everyone agreed to stop immediately after.
I would hate to be the guy who was the only one to die in a battle like that.
Couldn't we have come to the conclusion before I died that we're gonna yield? Why couldn't Kilowog call for that yield beforehand? Why couldn't the whole Yellow Lantern Corps come with Sinestro right off the bat? Why'd you have to lead with the spike? Why'd you have to lead with that? Maybe next time, Started out a little different, but yeah, so rough issue in terms of sadness, but it had its funny moments and it had its action. But yeah, we're further building that tension between Hal. He's maybe finally becoming to his senses. We don't know. Man, it's not looking good though. He's just kind of in a weird funk right now. I don't like it.
I certainly think Jon Stewart is starting to gain perspective now.
I hope. I hope. Poor Chip. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we got with Gordon and everything going on with the Birds of Prey and all of them, and what they're going to have everyone. It looks like they're going to have everyone revolt. And yeah, hopefully the Green Lanterns make it out all right.
Yeah, I do. I get the sense that this arc is coming to an end, and we're almost done with the Lantern stuff. I feel like
I agree.
there's maybe 2 more issues, because all we really need right now is the Guardian response. That's all we. I mean, they took every Green Lantern hostage.
Yeah.
It's going to be funny to see how they respond to that. That's going to be a lot of fun, I think.
Yeah, definitely. So we got that to look forward to. The next issue, or chapter, I should say, is called The Quiver. So it looks like we might be going back to a little Green Arrow flashback, maybe following up with more Black Canary, Harley Quinn. We haven't seen her in a while, because obviously she's the one that named it The Quiver, so maybe we get a little bit of that going on. Maybe she's sitting in green, in like the Quiver Cave, or whatever the hell it's called, the Quiver Cave. Maybe she's like hanging out in there, because I know she kind of had that affection for Green Lantern there towards the end, so...
It is strange we never got a reaction from her when...
And maybe that's where, maybe that's what we get going with the next issue, which would be good. It'd be interesting to see what's going on with her and how she took all of that. But all right, guys, we'll definitely tune in, or check that out next time, so definitely tune in, and we'll see you next time with issue number 7. So take care.
Peace out.